All right. So like, what do we start? All right. Hey, what's
Are
up,
we
everyone?
live?
Yeah, we're live now. That's a live video.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't see the red light. You should go check on it. Of course,
Should
it's
there be a
live.
red light?
No, there's no red light.
What is today anyway?
Today is 9/11.
It is 9/11.
Today is 9/11.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of posts on Facebooks and yes, I remember that day. I'm a little older than you. And
Yeah, where were you when the world stopped turning?
I was, I think I was still at home in bed that morning watching on TV.
I was in
going,
Guatemala.
Really?
I was in Guatemala,
Oh, okay.
and I'm out there doing missionary service, and literally this dude comes up on a motorcycle. It's like, "Hey man, come to my house. The U.S. is getting attacked right now." I'm like, "What the heck, dude? No one's gonna attack. Who's gonna attack the U.S.?"
Right.
It's literally, I go, and this dude has this big old fat screen TV, like huge. The speakers are all on, it's all brah, 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 brah. And like, I thought it was a movie. I'm like, "Oh, this is like Die Hard. What's going on here?" He's like, "No," and then like the news feed comes up, and I'm like,
Like for reals.
"Holy crap, dude!"
Well, I was doing pilot training at the time, and I'm thinking, what the heck happened to the pilot systems that these guys are like this plane is crashing now when the second one hit, and we knew something was going on. So
That's crazy. So I flew home actually a month later, October 11th,
oh, okay.
2001. Yeah.
Wow, tough times. That was a while back.
Totally,
That's,
yeah.
18, is it 18?
18 years ago.
18 years, that's
18
crazy.
years ago, yeah.
So, well, guys, we're here for
Walk through Wednesday.
Walkthrough
We're going to lighten
Wednesday,
the mood a little bit here.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think this is the second one we've done it from the grease board, right?
This is, yeah. We had a lot of response like, "Oh, it's amazing." And some of you like it, some of you don't. And so for those of you that love to see the creative side of real estate, this is what today's all going to be about. It's a property that we purchased.
Right.
And we're going to walk you through.
Yeah, the deal here, walk through Wednesday. Because I know the last one we did it's kind of technical, but it actually tells you a lot where the money's to be made. So we're going to go through this one. This one is an area down south.
Yeah, it's an area. It's a town called. I think I'm going to use purple.
Okay.
Just so that they can see it a little bit better. So it's a farming community called Tipton.
And that's in which county?
Tulare County.
Tulare County.
Tulare County.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did we hear about this property?
So, Rusty and Gwen Goebel, they were down there in that market, and they are great partners of ours, and they were knocking on doors, wholesaling, doing stuff like that. And this actually happened to come from a probate situation. So, the guy had died. He had no family other than like next of kin in Mexico. I think there was 3 kids, if I remember right, 3 kids, and then there was like a sister or like an estranged wife or someone who did the probate, and that's what this situation was. And so this came from it was a probate lead. So for those of you that are out there like, "Hey, where can I find deals? What's going on?" Probate's an untapped situation. It's kind of technical as well, but also there's not a whole lot of players out there. So if you're looking to get started in real estate, go check out the probate.
Why aren't there a lot of players?
Because it is technical, and there's a lot of unknown pieces. Like, how do I do this? How do I do that?
It's not quick and fast.
It's not an easy
process
payday.
to go
I shouldn't say it's not easy. It's not a fast payday.
Right. It's what kind of time frames, Ryan?
Oh, minimum. If you're starting out, minimum 6 months.
Okay, so that gives you some idea, guys.
Yeah, because we started one here in like May. And we're looking at like October, November for our payday
That's
on this
about
one.
right. Yeah. So anyway, so this was down in Tipton.
Yeah, down in Tipton, probate. So let me just go ahead and run you through some of the numbers on this one. So they had a balance of about $25,000 that needed to be paid out on this particular one. This included there was a loan and probate fee. So we'll just call that loan and probate. And so, of course, the person who's doing this wants to be paid back. And then they were asking for $15,000. Now, this guy had 3 kids. And so they wanted to give each kid $5,000 apiece. Again, this is down in Mexico. Who knows if this is even true or not? I mean, like, who cares? It's just the bottom line price, what it is, and what they're using it for. So they came to the table and they say, "Look, we want to sell this property for $40,000. Now, tell us a little bit about the house, Randy. What kind of house is it?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Have you seen the house, Ryan?
I've never seen the house.
Ryan? I've never seen the house.
Oh, well, never mind then.
So we've never seen the house. Now, we did have eyes on site.
Rusty and Gwen.
Right.
And we've seen pictures and a video
Right,
walkthrough.
right. And then also we had a...
So wait. Can you do this remotely and we buy properties from you?
Absolutely.
Possibility.
Yes, absolutely. We actually had some other eyes on site too that did see the property as well. We had a realtor that went down there.
A couple of realtors, that's right.
Yeah, they looked at the property and kind of gave us what their feeling was about it. But we have not set foot on this property.
So this Tipton house though is how many bedrooms?
It was, I believe, a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, wasn't it? Or was it 1 bedroom?
1 bedroom.
It was a 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
1 bath.
Yeah, decent sized lot. We do know that.
Yep.
It had some fruit trees on the property. It was also probably in that classification, probably the worst house in the neighborhood.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. A decent neighborhood, actually.
Yeah.
It's a small farming community, maybe about 2,000 people. Brand new school, or very new school next to an elementary school. And those folks that went down there and looked at it said, I would live in this neighborhood. It actually was a decent neighborhood, not a whole bunch of junk cars and things like that.
Right, right.
For the right person, this is actually a great little house. Yeah. And if people want to add on to the house as well, additions to it, there's the lot allows for that and so forth. I think the total square foot of the house was at 700 square foot or 600, 800, somewhere around there.
Like 6-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we came up with, I think, I don't want to jump too far onto Randy's side of the thing, but I think we said realistically, resale value, all fixed up ARV on this one.
I think was it in the 120s, 130s?
No, I think it was 105.
105?
110. Yeah.
I think it was higher than that.
We'll go 110.
Yeah, I think it was a little higher than that. Yeah, this is after it was fixed up and so forth. But keep in mind, guys, we're working with a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house. It's a small house, so your fix-up costs are going to be minimal on it.
Right.
1-story house, people can work on it. Even your weekend warrior type rehabber. There's this, because of the size of the house. Materials aren't going to budge.
No problem.
A whole bunch of cabinets are you just don't have a lot in there.
So knowing this, we had a realtor go out there.
It was higher than that. I think it was 115, maybe 120.
I don't know.
Anyway, we march on.
So we thought, okay, $40,000, not a whole lot of spread because the house needed a lot of work. So we couldn't do this. And the reason why we couldn't do this is because Rusty and Gwen, on top of this, they were looking for a $5,000 payday.
Right, their wholesale fee.
So this is their wholesale fee. And then also we have closing costs, which was about $3,000 as well. Let's call them closing costs. So all together, we're looking at about $48,000, and we're like,
a little high.
Little high, especially if we're going to put it on the market, resell it, do some work. So it didn't quite work. So what we did was we went back and renegotiated and said, look, if you got these 3 kids in Mexico, maybe they don't really need $5,000. What if we just gave them $4,000 and we called that $12,000? So now all of a sudden we've just shaved $3,000 from the deal here. And so when we come down to it, we were at 37,000.
37.
So we're at 37,000. Rusty and Gwen still have their wholesale fee, closing costs are still there. And so we ended up doing.
We ended up at 42 on this one, Ryan.
We did do it at 42. So where's that
extra money coming from, Ryan?
Yeah, you know what?
Are you sure they're not at 3K apiece?
They might have been at 3.
They might have 3K apiece.
3K apiece.
Because ultimately the closing costs and everything were $42,000 all in on this thing.
Yeah.
Including the assignment fee to the wholesaler.
So it was. You know what? It was 3. No, that takes the $9,000. I thought it was 12. Well, I could be wrong.
Well, all I know, we're at 42.
Yeah, 9K. So it takes us now to do my math here. We're at now 34,000 plus the 5K to Rusty and Gwen takes us to 39 plus this 42,000. And that might have been it. This was a while ago. So
okay.
We had a lot of numbers going on.
About 3 months ago.
Yeah. So 42,000 all in. We're thinking, okay, let's do this. Let's buy this property.
Yep.
And now when we bought it, we thought, okay, we have many different options, and let's have Randy talk to you about that. And while he's doing that, I'm going to take a look and see if the camera's still going.
I hope so.
And the camera is still going.
Oh, there we go. Anyway, so we're at 42,000. We're going, okay, we got multiple paths of how we can sell this property.
Yeah.
One path is we can go down there and rehab it, put the work into it, find a crew to make all this happen, and go ahead and then relist it after we, or not relist it, actually list it once we're completed, and tried to hit our target price of about $110,000.
Yeah.
I still think it was a little higher than that, but that's my recollection. Anyway, another path is we clean it out.
Yeah.
We do, I think, what we call it, wholetailing? Is that what they call it these days?
Yeah, just come in here and sweep it up and throw it back on the market.
Well, it had some additional debris and trash, or concrete and so forth. So we actually had to put some,
whatever that. $1,500, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think about $1,500 cleanup. So we actually had a crew come in there, clean it up. There was concrete there, odds and ends.
Pallets,
yeah, this weird
yeah.
stuff. I think they mowed the yard, maybe did a landscaping, cut it down a little bit. That's what they did for $1,500. Paid them, and said, okay, let's go ahead and list it. And we thought we probably could get maybe $70,000 or $75,000 for it. And what we did is we, just like some of you folks do out there to sell properties, we went up on Google and searched for a realtor.
Yeah.
And I did talk to, I think, a total of three different realtors.
Yeah, this was interesting. We did talk to several in the area.
Yeah, and some of them were very unprofessional.
Yeah, we went in like a 10, 15 mile radius outside of town.
And then we had somebody else that basically, I think they were a flipper, like a broker / realtor that was a flipper. And he seemed to like totally lose interest that I'm the client. And then he's trying to sell.
He's like, I'll buy the house to rehab it at this price. And it was like something weird like that.
Yeah, but he only wanted to pay like $50 for it.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
I think it was very, very close to what we paid for it. He said, well, I'll buy it for $50. It's like, well, I'm not interested in you buying it. I'm interested in you listing it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that seemed to escape him.
It got lost in translation.
Yeah, and then we had somebody else that I find. She turned out to be a very, very professional realtor. Heart's in the game. She does, great job, great communication, all that. But part of that, we actually, my sweetheart, who's a realtor as well, and she has a daughter who lives down in that area. We thought maybe she could list it. And as it turned out, outside the area, there was some problems with that. Remember that whole situation?
I remember that, that's right.
Yes, she actually had her sign on the property for a little bit.
Who would have thought that the MLS is territorial? That, hey, don't come in my area.
Well, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
That's how the MLS works. So anyway, she looked like that was going to happen, but her broker wasn't down there, and it became a kind of a complicated mess. So we ran with this other person, and it turned out she did a great job. However, this is where we ran into the stumbling blocks. We received offers, and they were at 50, and they were at 60, and they were, not where we wanted to be price-wise.
Right.
And it was getting a little frustrating, so we struck a deal with a guy where he is at $65,000. He purchased for $65,000, but he really hasn't purchased it per se yet because we haven't closed escrow on it.
This is where the creativity comes into play.
That's sometimes what you have to do.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the weird part that we know so we currently have an escrow that's open, and it's going to close in 6 months, so it's a 6-month escrow. But this is kind of the cool part here. The guy brought to the table for his earnest money deposit that's non-refundable, $40,000. $40,000. So we currently have the escrow open, $40,000. And the other thing is, while he's working on this property, he didn't want to make any payments on the property.
Yeah.
It's like he just didn't want to. I don't know. He didn't want to mess around with it. So we had to back end all his payments and increase the price. So essentially, about $68,000 on the sale of his property.
Correct. $68,000.
So he is $40,000 he sent off, and also the $40,000 could be released
immediately.
Yeah, that had to be written in the contract. So the $40,000 was released to us, and he will in 6 months come to the table with his $28,000. We're going to pay off our lender with that $28,000 and another $14,000 on top of that.
Run the numbers, Randy.
Okay.
Let them see. Here, use this is a bright color.
Is it a bright color?
Let me go take a look at the camera here.
Okay.
And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I got a haircut over at Great Clips the other day.
There you go.
Shout out to my girl. Thank you.
You look very handsome today.
It was funny. It was funny. Side note here. So, she cuts my hair. She's like, oh my gosh, you have a YouTube channel? I'm like, oh, don't get like crazy.
Don't get too crazy.
I got like my 4 subscribers, and my mom is one of them. And so she goes to her sales associate, who I normally have cut my hair, but she was busy this time. She goes, do you know he has a YouTube channel? She goes, yeah, I watch it every week.
Who does?
The guy only cuts my hair.
Who watches it every week?
The girl at Great Clips.
Oh.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Love y'all. All right, so Randy's throwing up some numbers here. So we have $65,000 purchase price, $40,000 down. Like seriously, like if you have 40, like don't you have an extra 25?
I know. Well, he wanted it for the rehab.
He needed
money for the rehab,
yeah.
And I thought that was pretty smart on his part. So we had another $3,000 to cover the what do you call it, interest and so forth.
Yes.
Interest.
We got realtor fees in there as well.
Interest, property tax.
This is holding costs, is what we want to call that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we had, so he has to come to the table with 28K in 6 months.
So I'm loving how this works because we bought this property for $42,000 and we received $40,000, but rather than pay this off and just like hold tight, we're like, nah, let's take the money now.
Right.
He released it to us, and so we're taking that money and we're leveraging it. And no, we didn't like take all 40 of it now. How much did we take?
Well, we used some of it. We still have some left.
Yeah.
We're making some decision what we're going to do with it.
Right, but we did get a payday.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is of that 40, we need to put in 14K.
Yeah.
For the payoff. Right.
Correct.
That's payoff from the 40. Right?
Correct.
Now, of the 40K, how the 40K is broken out, we have 14K, so let's go like this.
Want to use a different color?
Yeah, I can use that one there.
Sure. So real quick, just want to go ahead and, so as you're following this here, so $65,000 was the sales price. He brought $40,000 down. We added an extra $3,000 because he was making no payments, which takes him to a balance of $28,000 left. But because we still have this thing over here that we have to pay, this is going to equal.
And we used 100% financing.
That's correct. $42,000. So when he brings his $28,000, we already have 14 that we took from this.
From the 40.
We're going to go and we're going to pay off this, and then the balance of what's left over is ours.
Well, with the extent of we have a $3,900 commission, right?
For the real estate agent, hey, no problem. You did a great job.
And then there probably, well, we still have the property taxes and the interest that we have to pay. So
Minor.
That's taken out of that.
Minor.
So that's kind of the deal.
This is kind of the deal. So what's our profit? Let's really look at our profit here. So when it's all said and done, we sold the property for let's use a different color here. When it's all said and done, we sold this property for $68,000.
There you go.
And we paid out $42,000
to buy it.
To buy it.
We got $3,900 for the realtor commission.
We'll
call it 4K.
4K. And
all right. And we have the $1,500 for the clean out.
Okay.
And then we have insurance, taxes, and the interest payment.
Well, he's paying some of that with his 3K.
But we're not getting to the back end.
Well, so
we have to subtract it, right?
Yeah.
We have to subtract that out still.
So we still have to take that out.
Because that's, well, yeah.
Okay, that's part of the
it's part of the 68, so we gotta offset that.
Do it here. 3K.
That sounds about right.
So my calculator is being used.
Oh, is it? So I'll get mine out.
Yeah.
We probably could do this in our head, but we're getting really lazy these days.
This is 6 plus, and that makes
we'll go through. There we
9.
We got 48,000, or I'm sorry, 68,000.
So 49 plus 51.5.
68,000 minus 42,000. You already got to figure it out? No, minus 42 minus 40,000.
I gave up. I'm like, my mind shut off. It's like,
minus
it's almost lunchtime. My brain's like, don't take it anymore.
1,500 minus 3.
I'll double check your work. Here we go.
They're coming out to about 17,500.
49.
17.5.
49, so 50.5.
Comes out 17.5, right?
17.5 because 68 minus 50.5 is 17.5.
There we go.
Total profit.
For a property we haven't seen.
Yeah. Not bad. So yeah, any questions? What do you think?
I don't think so.
I don't know if you're in the frame or not.
No.
Maybe they just see your eyeball. So, anyway, just to recap this thing here, literally, you can bring us deals. You don't even have to be in our own marketplace. Rusty and Gwen, they did this. They found a probate opportunity. They made $5,000 on it, and we purchased the property.
And when did they get paid?
Well, I got paid immediately, right at the close of escrow.
Right. Yeah, they're not waiting until the back end here. This is already on the front end.
And then what happened? I mean, we thought like for sure, 110, no problem. We got this done, dialed in. Just it didn't work out. But because we know how to structure these things right way the first time up front, 42,000 all in. Hey, we can make this work. So we became great creative here, and we had a buyer, had 40K down, and we took our profit up front. We've already, of this 40K, we've already been paid on this, and
this will all wash out the end. And he's not going to walk with $40,000.
No.
Yeah, he's going to be in.
Well, he has everything into it.
And he's going to be happy because he's probably going to put with sweat equity materials. His material cost on this thing is probably going to be maybe about $12,000, I think.
Yeah.
So he's going to be at 65 plus 12, so he's going to be about what 77,000 plus the 3.
Right.
So he's about 80,000. And if he ends up at 110, he's going to walk away with $20,000 or $30,000. So he's going to be very happy
situation,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So it works out great.
So as you can see, all it takes is just one deal to change your entire financial future. I mean, if you're this wholesaler, I mean, what could $5,000 do for you? I mean, instant, in your pocket. Change your life. What could $17,000 do if you knew how to structure this stuff properly? I mean, that could change your life as well. So just keep in mind, guys, all it takes is just one deal to change your entire financial future, and you could be out making some really serious money in this game of real estate.
There we go.
Yeah.
So hey, I think we're done.
I think we are done. Yeah. So
my name is Randy too.
This is Randy.
Yeah. Okay.
We know that.
Okay. And I'm going to give you my phone number. You can reach me through this gentleman too.
Bootstrap REI.
There he goes. Where's your We Buy Houses cash today? You don't have that one.
Not today. Yeah, it's in the wash.
There you go.
One of those. I got like 15 of these.
530-812-5143. That's 530-812-5143. And before I forget, we have a flip class coming up. So make sure you reach out to him. He'll give you the details of cost and date.
We don't know when it is, but we have one coming up. Yeah.
It's coming up. Reach out to him. We'll get that figured out. So I guess until next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys take care, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching this. And if you're in Yuba City, go get a haircut at Great Clips.
There you go.